Guys, we are watching more Dylan Hollis videos. Today we are watching the cold oven cake 1976 recipe.
Ladyman, welcome back to the kitchen. I ask of you, what is the first instruction that we find when we're baking? If you said preheat your oven, I am in complete agreement with you. I find that as well. But today we're baking a recipe from 1976 titled a cold oven cake. And the idea of putting an unbaked good into an oven cold intrigues me. Because of course...
So what's the point? Are we going to bake it or are we not going to bake it? It's going to be a cold oven cake. So if you bake something, it's going to be hot. So if you put it in the oven, it's going to be hot. So then if it's a cold oven cake, then how does that make sense if it's in the oven? And how can it be a cold oven cake? And how can it be cold? Doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't you like put it in the fridge or something?
We were all taught, or at least I was, that a preheated oven to the correct temperature is of utmost importance for your baked good to turn out correctly. With that being said,
Ghost Fishy just said he looks like a fuckboy. Don't disrespect Dylan like that. Don't disrespect my mans.
something mildly exciting about breaking the rules, titillating even. So let's dive in. So the recipe in question specifically comes from October of 1976 from this little ditty right here, the Women's Circle Home Cooking periodical. These went under the subheading of the National Women's Home Cooking Club. And let me tell you, these are my favorite cookbooks ever. Which is something many cookbooks...
A tiny little book.
They'd consider these trash or ephemera. They were mailed out en masse by subscription every month to all manners of people. There's nothing too much special about this, but I say no. And
okay, I have to say, they used to mail those out. That's fantastic. I get so much junk mail. And ever since I moved into this house, I'm still getting mail from the previous tenants. And I just keep getting junk mail after spam and mail that's not mine. And I wish I would get a cookbook in my mail for once. You know what I would do with a cookbook instead of coupons to Arby's? You know, I would prefer a cookbook in the mail is all I'm saying. Anyways.
It's because these showcase what's actually going on in everyday kitchens of ordinary people like you and I. Every recipe in here is sent in by an average member of the public, strangely with their full names and addresses included. Now, professional, commercial, or restaurant cookbooks are fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I collect quite a few, but they don't provide an accurate depiction as to what food culture is at the time, you know? They showcase what people are striving to eat, whereas these and church or community cookbooks show us what people are actually eating. Now, we're here to bake a cake, so let's talk cake. On page 47 of the cookbook, you'll find our recipe, and just looking at the ingredients, you'll see we have some peculiarities in front of us. We have 2 sticks of margarine, that's a full cup, plus an additional half
That's a lot of butter.
Shortening. Don't forget this was the 70s. Moving on, we have 3 cups of sugar and 3 cups of flour. Now, the 1-to-1 ratio between the sugar and the flour, plus the large amount of fat, should tell us that this is going to be akin to a pound cake. And that idea is confirmed by the minute amount of baking powder and the relatively large amount of eggs. Of course, we do have a cup
5
of milk
eggs?
and some
Goddamn.
extracts on top of that for flavor.
It's a thick cake.
So, let's get to it. We start with 2 sticks or 1 cup of margarine, also known as oleo, short for oleomargarine. And I can hear the collective sigh. Margarine gets a lot of bad press, and most of it is for good reason, you know? It has an inferior taste to butter, and butter is arguably better for you. But you know, I really...
Oh, margarine isn't butter?
In baking. If you're in your own kitchen...
What's the difference between margarine and butter? Chat, do we know? Margarine versus butter. I'm Googling. Butter is dairy-based, while margarine is plant-based oil. I always thought that butter and margarine were synonymous, and that margarine was just for fancy bougie people that like to call it margarine instead of butter. I had no idea. You learn something new every day.
Baking for your own self. Use whatever it is you want to use. You know, not only can some people not afford butter, and it's wrong to flame them for it, but I believe margarine actually has its place. For example, I will admit to you that I use margarine willingly, not under coercion or duress, for certain types of crispy cookies, like crispy oatmeal cookies or peanut
crispy
butter cookies. God forbid, because I like the texture that margarine can provide. Cancel me. I do not use margarine in cakes, though.
Vegan butter.
We can leave that in the 70s. Now we need a half cup of Crisco shortening, and I've brought out a scale because I can never accurately get displacement measurements of shortening. You get air pockets and it sticks to the cup, and because shortening has so much fat in it, you never want it to be inaccurate or else your cake may fail. I believe it's a lot easier to know that a half
I'd
cup
never
of
used
Crisco
margarine.
is
It sucks
95
ass.
grams.
I've never used it
In that
before.
goes. Now it's time for 3 cups of sugar, and I'm going to cream this in 1 cup at a time.
Ew. That looks
Cup
good.
number 2.
Look at all that sugar.
You know, sugar in a carton is so much easier. So I have a lot of people on TikTok and YouTube who always ask as to why I don't use an electric mixer or a stand mixer to cream together my butter and my sugar, or the margarine and the sugar in this case, because it's a very important step in baking, right? The creaming of fats and sugars, especially in a pound cake like item like this. And really, I have two reasons. The first reason is I just really love to bake. So if I'm going to bake, I want to bake. I want to be down in the process. I want to be well involved in the situation because I find it fun. And the second reason is simply not everyone has these things, right? Not everyone has a stand mixer. So when they see these $600 KitchenAids on television or YouTube, it gives them the wrong idea. It gives them the idea that if they don't have the gadgets, they can't bake the recipe. And that's just patently false.
You can
You'd
mix
be
it by
surprised
hand.
what you can get done with a bowl, a wooden spoon, and a whisk. With that rant over with, we are done here with our margarine and our sugar. We have a light,
Or a
fluffy
whisk.
texture, which is increased in volume, so we're ready for the eggies. Of which we need 5 put in one at a time.
That's a
So
lot
we
of
are
egg.
on our third egg now, and as you can
Ooh,
see,
it looks so
it's just
good.
becoming really quite smooth,
Ooh,
and it's
I'd
taking
eat
on
that
a
by the
lovely
spoon.
yellow golden color, which is a
nom,
welcome
nom, nom.
departure from the sickly pale Crisco and margarine. Alrighty, all of the eggs have been incorporated, well beaten between each addition, so we're moving on to the dry ingredients. For this, we need 3 cups of sifted flour, so there's 3 in the sieve right now, and then only a half teaspoon of baking powder. Like I always say, I don't do this typically for recipes when I'm baking for myself, but in those that ask for it, you best know I do. We also need a cup of milk on hand, so we can alternate adding it to this mixture with the flour. So in goes a touch of flour, mix, and some of the milk. So the alternating of additions of things like milk to the dry ingredients is just so that we don't break the batter.
Wonder what
If we
flavor
added
this
in all
cake
the
is
milk
gonna
at
be.
once, it would get far too loose, and it would threaten all of the air that we worked so very hard to incorporate during the earlier steps. More flour. I'll tell you what, unlike cakes made with butter, which smell really quite nice at this point, this doesn't smell like anything. Oh, margarine. That's the last of the flour. The last of the milk. Look at how creamy and smooth our
It looks
batter
so
is. At
good.
this point, we add in the flavorings, which are 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon
Give me it.
of
I want a
coconut.
spoonful.
Now, I know our cold
Ooh,
oven cake
vanilla.
to be here isn't billed as a pound cake, but I reckon that's what it's trying to be, judging by the ingredients, like I said earlier.
This is gonna be
And
good.
it's going to be interesting because typically a pound cake recipe does not contain any flavoring, does not contain any milk, does not contain any baking powder. All of those we've added. So traditionally, a pound cake recipe is just a pound each of butter, sugar, eggs, and flour. So I'm very interested as to how this is going to turn out. Our instructions are to turn this into a 10-inch tube pan. Now, I don't have one of those. The nearest I have is a similarly sized bundt pan, which is
Ooh,
close
a bundt
enough.
cake.
I have buttered and floured this severely, which is very important with pound cake-like items. You don't want this to stick. It happened to me once. Do not skimp on the process. So here we go. Look at those ribbons.
I appreciate the flashback.
Now, there is a chance that this is too much batter in this pan, but we're going to go for it anyway. And as per instructions, our cold oven cake is going into a cold oven. We set a timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and we set the temperature to 350. 350?
What? 350 degrees is not cold? I've been scammed. I've been deceived, decepted.
And 1 hour and 15.
I thought it was
And
gonna be
now
like one of
wait.
those where
We've
it's like a
reached
no-bake
temperature after 12
cake.
minutes, and the cake is just starting to form some bubbles. This is 40 minutes in, and still looking quite pale, got a bit more bubbles, but also starting to exceed the pan as I feared, but I think all will be okay. With about 10 minutes left on the bake, I wanted to share with you yet another reason why I adore these periodical cookbooks, and that is because of the small glimpses of current events that you find going on during the time in which they were published. And on page 9 of this edition, you'll find an article titled, Getting Ready.
It's a cold oven cake because most of the baking is done over 540 degrees, Ari. Maybe it's a cold oven because it was made in the Cold War. Yeah, that's probably it.
Ready for the metric kitchen. And let me just read this to you. The metrics are coming and there's no avoiding it. Our nation is rapidly preparing to join the rest of the world in adapting to a standard system of metric measurements. Within this century, we may see children's textbooks, business journals, and accountants' ledgers abandon the language of pounds, ounces, feet, and inches. These familiar names will be replaced by such terms as grams, liters, meters, and centimeters. And the change in language won't stop there. It will follow us all the way into the kitchen.
We're doomed
How'd that work out for you?
to the
America?
metric
Now,
system.
this article exists because Gerald Ford signed the Metric Conversion Act in December of 1975, and everyone was preparing to make the change.
Oh, we never
Some were
did.
Quite upset. It was quickly repealed by Reagan in 1982, if memory serves correct. I just think stuff like this is hilarious. Oh, ain't that a beauty?
That
Smells
is a
good
pretty
now, too.
cake.
So getting things out of bunt pans can be notoriously tricky. So my plan of action is to let this cool down for about 5 minutes, attempt to turn it out, and then we'll let it cool down completely before we try it. Here goes nothing.
My food just got dropped off. It's at my door right now.
Ooh, hello.
So hungry.
That is a massive cake. You're not cold anymore.
Damn, that came out nice.
Our cake has cooled and rested for about 4 hours now, so I reckon it's time to see what's on the inside. Oh, it has quite the crispy crust. Cakes at this size are normally baked at 300 or 325.
This
so
looks
is gonna be
perfectly baked.
interesting.
Ooh.
Whoa. Look at how tight that crumb is. Hello.
Oh my god, that's a dense cake. Why is it crunchy?
There's something quite special here. You have a browned, crispy exterior, but the inside is where the magic is. It's the tightest, most densest crumb I've experienced. And it almost lends itself to a fudgy consistency in a very positive way. But it isn't undercooked. It's very pleasant. The taste is also really good, which it shouldn't be, and I'm slightly miffed about. It has margarine and Crisco in it, but I do think that's just the 3 cups of sugar talking. This is a wonderful cake. Now the question is the cold oven the secret?
I
Does
feel
it make
like
a difference?
putting
And
like
I'm inclined to say
an
yes. There's no
icing
way
on
it
top
doesn't
is
make a difference.
necessary.
Starting the baking process
More
at
sugar.
room temperature essentially gives a lot more time for the large bubbles to make their way to the top and pop before the cake starts to begin building its structure through heat. So as the temperature rises, the cake is building itself upon a finer network of air pockets. It creates a dense crumb, and the structure builds gradually. Or at least that's my hypothesis. Do I think you'd get a vastly different cake if you baked this in a preheated oven? No, I'm quite sure you'd get something similar, but this method must just take it the extra mile. I'm not sold that these results are unique to the quote cold oven method either. I posit that you could get similar results if you say left the batter in the bunt pan for a little bit before you baked it in a preheated oven. Perhaps this is just the easiest or the most replicable way of getting these results in a cake. All I know is that it's fantastic, and it uses margarine, which means if you use butter, it'll be really
even
good.
better.
We should also give credit where credit is due. This recipe comes to us from
Even
Kathy.
butter.
Oh dear. Kathy N. from Huntington Station, New York. So it has been a few days, and initially I was quite content with uploading this video where it stood. However, if I were a cat, curiosity would have killed me a long time ago. Because Kathy from Huntington Station and her potentially problematic mispronounceable surname and her cold oven cake have been in my dreams. And they've driven me to bake this cake
I noticed he didn't pronounce her name. He just said Kathy N. He did not want to get in trouble. I respect it.
Just to see the difference it makes. Because
Y'all peep that last name?
Fascinated with this cold oven idea.
Potentially
and I need to know
troublesome.
whether or not that fascination is warranted or misplaced. So once again, we have our buttered and floured bunt pan, and we have our cake batter. Now our cake batter is prepared in the exact same manner as we just did previously. Same ingredients, same method. The only difference is we're going to be baking this in a preheated oven. Now I won't lie, there was a big part of me that wanted to change
He's changing up the steps for science. I like it.
the oven temperature to something lower so that the exterior would not burn, because of course with the cold oven cake it was not exposed to that high temp for the entire time. It was cold. But then I said no, that's changing too many variables. I want to see the difference between a preheated oven or a non-preheated oven. So we're just going to bake this at 350, and if it's done early, it's done early. Here we go again. All right, here we are, preheated oven, 350, in this boy goes. Do not worry, I will watch it closely. I expect it to be done around the same amount of time, of course, just slightly earlier. So this is the 40-minute mark on our hot oven cake, and it looks more or less the same.
Looks pretty much the
Perhaps
same,
it's a bit
yeah.
rounder than the previous. Alrighty, this boy was done in 1 hour and 5 minutes, and it looks definitively different. Just on first inspection, this one has cracked a lot more markedly, and it's domed more as well. Let's see how this
Why is it so
works.
cracked?
Hello! This angle looks more or less the same, but we're gonna let it cool.
It still looks good.
This feels different. It's jiggly. Ugh.
It looks the same.
Peculiar. That certainly is a different crumb, isn't it?
Wait, cold versus... Oh.
I mean, it's not vastly different, but
It's
let's see if
more
it tastes
dense
good.
than when you do it the cold method.
Wow, that is different. It's just not as good. The crumb is more crumbly. It's not as well put together.
Oh
It
my god, it's
tastes
falling
drier.
apart.
The positive fudgy
That's crazy that made, like, preheating the oven made such a difference.
like consistency of the previous cake is gone. The density as well. I can't say with any degree of certainty that one of these cakes tastes better than the other, but I can say with certainty that I
Ooh,
feel
yeah, that
as
one
if
looks a
the
lot
previous
better.
cake tasted better. And it brings to light an important note, which is texture of a baked good plays a more important role in taste perception than you think, and I much prefer the previous cake. To be honest with you, I did not expect this much of a difference. I expected this cake's outer shell to be a bit more burnt and crispy compared to the other. That's it. But this, it certainly validates Kathy, doesn't it? Now, I am an amateur. I only started baking with my TikTok back in 2020. So if any of you folks have any information on cold oven cakes or cold oven methods, please do let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested reading them. All I know is I have a lot of cake to eat, so that's it for me today, and I'll be seeing
Lots
you
of
quite
cake.
soon.
Yeah, that looked really
Fun.
good. And it seemed kind of easy to make. Like, it seemed like it was very low ingredient, low effort. I like that. That looked really good. I wish Dylan would upload more videos or, like, long form content. This video is 3 years old, and I don't think he has any more, so that might be it for our long form Dylan videos. We might need to watch compilations next, because I can't get enough of his videos. I love them. They're really good. He does a good job with them. All right. I think I blasted the music in your ears again. I'm sorry, guys. It's food time. My food is outside. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some food, and I'll be back, and we can eat. We can eat together. Okay, grab a snack, guys. I'll be right back.